Hey everyone, it's time for Good Week Israel. Well, we'll give you ILTV's latest positive highlights. So get ready to smile because coming up, Israeli researchers proving that the ozone effectively sanitizes surfaces against coronavirus. We'll hear a love story from an Israeli combat border police officer. And stay tuned because we'll be learning how to make stuffed cabbage or chalupsi. How do we get past coronavirus? Well, it turns out that at least when you're outside and not too close to other people, you can take a breath of fresh air. Israeli researchers proving that the ozone is effective in disinfecting coronavirus cells. A research team from Tel Aviv University demonstrating that ozone effectively sanitizes surfaces against coronavirus. And while this may sound strange, since most people recognize ozone as a thin layer of the Earth's atmosphere, ozone is well known as a strong disinfectant, with the research teams conducting tests demonstrating a high level of disinfection within minutes, and with a statistical success rate of over 90%. But best of all, team leader Dr. Ines Zucker says this method involves inexpensive and readily available technologies. So it may only be a short time before ozone becomes a primary use disinfectant, replacing alcohol and bleach in the day-to-day. Next up, let's take a look at the ILTV interview with two lone officers who found love in the Israel police force.
Now, some of you may remember back in June when ILTV went to Jerusalem to speak with Israel's female combat border police officers. But just in case you need a refresher, here's a look back at our featured star of the story, Shoshana.
This is Shoshana. At 19 years old, she left her home in Florida to enlist in the Israeli military. Brandishing an M16 rifle and kitted out with heavy body armour, Shoshana's duties are the same as her male counterparts.
You see a lot of times in jobs, there's a difference with men and women. But here, I feel equal. Like I really do feel as an equal, and it's interesting to be treated the same and have the same responsibilities and the same jobs, and it's really cool, honestly. Wow.
So why bring this up again? Well, it turns out that we have some new developments in Shoshana's story. All right, and so without any further ado, Shoshana and her fiance, Dee, joining us now in the studio. Now, Dee, I understand that your back is turned to us because of the nature of your work, but you're both lone soldiers, and I understand that you actually met working together to a degree. How did you meet? Dee, why don't you tell us a little bit?
Okay. Actually, so we both shared the same dream of coming to Israel and serving the country in terms of joining the military, the police, whatever we can do. In that process, they sent us to Hebrew Ulpan, really just to work on our Hebrews to get us ready for our military service. And that's where we met. We met there one evening and struck a conversation from there. It was nonstop, and we went our whole service together after that too.
Shoshana, tell me a little bit more. You know, what was it like meeting Dee and of course sharing the unit together?
It was, well, I have to say, I think I really started feeling something towards him when we went on our first date. And I called my mom the next day, and I was like, that's it. I met the one.
Found him.
Yeah, I found him. And working with him is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's fun. It's nice to have my fiance now with me on base, and if I have a hard day, just to know that he's there for me, that he can hug me and tell me everything's gonna be okay. I love it, honestly.
Does it add any sort of complications, or is it a place of solace that you guys have so much in common professionally? Dee?
Well, I'll tell you, it gives me the added stress because when us working in the same area, I know some of the things that she goes through, and I think about it sometimes like, wow, you know, it's really rough out there for her, but she's really tough, and like it's great to see that. So it gives me actually more motivation, and I think it's amazing. I think that it's such such a great story, you know, for the future and for everybody else to go on your dream, and then like you never know what you're gonna find along the way.
Shoshana?
I love it. Like I said, I think it's comforting, and he's amazing. Sometimes I get scared for him, honestly. Also, his work is a little more dangerous, definitely scarier. But I also trust him. I know that he's the best that he needs to be for his job.
All right, so I know that you guys are doing like this awesome tour, getting everybody in Israel really excited for this wedding, and I'm right there, up there with the excitement level, I think, as well. Now, you know, when are the wedding plans? I think I should say, you know, what are you guys planning to do? Is this a digital wedding, or are you having, you know, maybe some more people, hopefully after COVID?
We're definitely hoping. We're trying to be as optimistic as possible, so we're hoping that Corona is going to be over, or at least that we can have a normal wedding. We're obviously, I guess we're going to have Zoom and whatever, but we're hoping that our friends and family can come and celebrate.
We're hoping that in the next few months, you know, things start to open up because our family's just really dying to fly in and celebrate with us.
Can totally understand that. Hopefully the border police will give you guys some time off as well to celebrate properly.
I'm sure they will.
Well, it's such a pleasure to have you guys here. I love stories like this. I'm so happy for you. Mazal tov.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in, you guys.
Thank you for having us.
And finally, pay close attention because we're learning how to make delicious stuffed cabbage, or chalupzi. Etsy from kosher.com brings in her mother to teach us all about cabbage stuffing and rolling. Take a look.
You guys! Are you ready? You ready? You ready to learn how to bake the best chalupzi of your entire life? Should I tell them what we're making? Should I just told them? You ready? I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, I am not even gonna pretend that I've ever made stuffed cabbage in my entire life, but I've been eating the best stuffed cabbage my entire life, and I feel like you guys should eat that too. So I brought in the pro. You need help? My mama! Okay guys, listen to everything this woman says. I'm gonna try to get out of her way, but we're gonna make some killer stuffed cabbage today. Simchas Torah is my mother's birthday, so every year we have like a nice big gathering of people, and chalupzi are the star of the table for sure. And she'll also make them on like a random Sunday because we like food a lot and they're just great.
Usually I buy the cabbage, curly cabbage.
The curly one. So the other one is like smooth or whatever. This one has like this texture on it.
And it's like a stretching. It's like stretching material when you curl.
Material?
Yes, that's what it is. Okay, so you have to cut out the middle.
The core.
The cone.
I already would mess this up, I feel like.
Okay.
Right.
And okay, so put it in
So
pot.
now we have this. And we
and
put
the
it in
boiling
a pot.
water. You don't have to salt it, you don't have to do nothing. Just make sure you
Your hands!
That's why I wear gloves, okay?
This I know because I've watched her. As this boils, the outside leaves cook obviously more quickly than the inside leaves. So she kind of tends to remove the outside leaves like as they're ready, and then the rest of it.
I'll show you how it's open, and
Right.
then the middle one needs more.
So we're just gonna let it like go
Meanwhile,
for a little
we're
bit.
gonna work. What's this? This is not enough. This is not enough, Esti. You need bigger
Okay.
bowl. Oh, that's my bowl. Okay. So we put 2 cups of rice. 2 cups of rice.
2 cups of rice.
Ground beef. I saute onion.
This is about 1 second. Okay, so all of her measurements, that's why I'm here. I'm here for you. All of her measurements are eyeballed. So that's 2 cups of rice, you're welcome. That's about 2.5 pounds of ground beef. This is 1 giant softball sized onion that was sauteed without any seasoning whatsoever. That's going in here. And then what?
salt and pepper.
So here,
Salt and pepper.
we've got some salt.
I never measure when I start making chalupchis. We didn't have a weight. We didn't have measuring cup. We had little bit this, a little bit that, and
Okay.
came very delicious.
And it always tastes the same. I don't know how you do that. It always tastes good. Always tastes the same. How much pepper? You say when to stop. More?
Beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we need
What do we need?
we need
Tomato sauce.
sauce.
Yeah, it opens. It's cool because the thingy cuts the foil
whole
inside.
thing because it's good to have liquidish. It's gonna be like the rice is gonna absorb all liquid and it's gonna be very soft and delicious.
So these are about 17 and a half ounces or like a 15-ounce can.
Yes, and also we need some paste.
Here.
Can you open? Do something, Esti.
The back of the thing.
You don't cook. You just
Came
giving
out,
out
look.
recipes. Come on.
Dabei schön halbzis.
I'm not used to this
Okay.
fancy thing.
The whole thing?
Half of it.
Half of it?
Half of it.
You're not used to
enough.
Tuscany. You're never gonna go back
100%.
after Tuscany.
Now you just have to mix it nice. That's why I use gloves. I can use with a fork, with this.
We don't do
is-
tools because we don't wash dishes. Who needs more dishes? Now you think you'll let me make them this simpliciter? You think you'll let me?
No problem.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say no way, no chance.
It's done.
Done. Okay, let's see what our cabbage is doing over here.
Cabbage, I think it's already done. So what we need to do, we need to, whoop, I'm sorry. We need to open the
The outside leaves.
outside leaves, which one are going easy. If not easy, then you have to put it for a longer time. You take them out and to leave the rest of it inside. Did you salt enough, Esther?
I don't know.
Yeah?
We can add some more salt.
And then I have to mix again. Okay, so I'll put it. I'll mix it and I'll change the cloud.
Is that enough?
More than before.
Not wrong. Not wrong. So now we've got our empty pot here, nice and clean, and we're actually gonna layer it. Wait, 1 second. Before we start this, you have to talk about the pot, right? Because you said, because I remember when you told me what to bring here, that it has to be like wide
Like
and
that.
flat. Could you make it in an oven though?
You could
In
make
like a
it
9 by
oven,
13?
but you should have room on top, but because when water is gonna boil, it should not boil up.
Right, there's a lot of liquid, so keep in
gonna be
mind
a
that there
mess in
needs to
oven.
be. You can't have a mess in the oven.
If-
Okay, so but she always makes it in a pot, and actually you can freeze these, so you can roll them up and then freeze them. So she freezes them in like a 9 by 13 in a tin. But when
Four
she
in the time.
four tins at a time, and then when she cooks it, she defrosts it and then layers it. And here we'll show you how to do that. But we have like a wide, deep pot going on over here.
Also, I like to put on the bottom a little bit cut cabbage. It should not burn. This is gonna make you.
It's like a buffer.
A buffer. Top and also on top when
Right.
it's
I like that. I like adding it to my plate. Like I like those pieces. All right, cool.
Now you take a leaf already, steam one, and you cut off this hard part. What's the name of it?
It's called ribs.
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 Oh, everything has ribs. Okay, so we cut it off.
Slow.
And,
Guys, watch.
and now you look in the seam and the big rib.
The center.
You're ripping down. Look how nice. That's how you do.
I try that. There's no way I'm gonna do it well. There's no way. Okay, cut this off. Why do you have to cut that? Oh, because it's not gonna roll nicely.
It's not gonna rip. So now you rip in half.
Okay, find the center.
Find the center. Look how nice it's gonna go. Pull it. Pull it.
I'm scared.
I did it. Okay,
Why did
so
I do this? I don't want to make all of jam.
It's fun.
I want you to do it always.
Cut it off. Take the center. Rip it. Next.
Oh my God.
Okay. Now, you take it like this. You put on your
Hand.
hand.
Wait, we're gonna do it also.
Oh, you wanna do the same?
Wait, does it matter which side? It goes like this then?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you want it. You want
This
it
way.
like this. It's the best I could do.
Put 1 spoon on top.
Scoop it more. Like that?
Like that.
Okay.
Now, put the corner sideways, like cone.
Oh, we're rolling it into
Roll
like a
it
cone
in
shape.
Like a cone shape. If it's gonna fall out, don't worry about that. You could fix it. Take this out.
And then what? And then you stuff. Mine is ugly. And you stuff this inside.
Inside, and then it's gonna roll the whole cone like this.
I did
Okay,
it.
Next.
Okay. Next. And then we layer it in the pot, like that, kind of like around the perimeter, in circles. I think I used to.
You could put in a pot.
That's my job. I was trusted with. I'll put them in the pot. failed my ancestors.
It's like art and craft. That's how I call when I cook. Everything has to
How
look
come mine are
nice
so tiny, Ma?
and cute. Because some of them tiny, you have small
Oh,
leaves, and some
not
of
my
them
fault?
bigger.
This method might be a little bit different from the way that you normally make or eat halapzi. I'm just gonna keep calling it halapzi, it's what I call it. You wanna call it stuffed cabbage? Sure. So the method might be a little, oh, I'm cutting it from the wrong side. The method might be a little bit different. The rolling is definitely something that I haven't seen anywhere before, but it's also a savory version of stuffed cabbage. There's no sweet sauce. We're gonna get to the sauce in a second, but I love it. I'm not a fan of like that sweet,
Yeah, but if people like sweeter, they could add sugar.
right, so my
nothing-
sister likes it sweet, so she adds sugar to the sauce, but I would definitely try it this way first.
I see you're gonna like it. You're gonna make it from now on.
No, I'm not.
Oh, very nice.
Now, I have a question. I'm sure that this never happened to you, but what if somebody doesn't want to boil it in the pot and roll it up? You ever did like unstuffed cabbage?
Yeah, unstuffed cabbage. It's called in
Lazy.
Russian linevi holubchi. It's
Lazy?
lazy holubchis. Lazy, which one you cut pieces of cabbage and you could do it in
The same mixture?
the same mixture. Just add water and cabbage pieces.
Why wouldn't you do that? So easy.
Because I'm not lazy. That's why. They were extra, just take it down.
Okay, so we use like 2.5 pounds of meat. This is gonna make like
Esti. You can stop it. You could talk and do something.
I just realized like this summer when someone brought it up that the rest of the world doesn't eat halapzi with mayo, and we do, and I thought it was normal. It's because I think what stuffed cabbage like is traditionally eaten with sour cream, but
Yes.
this is like we started eating it with mayo before there was part of sour cream. I never tried it with part of sour cream. I wonder if it would be good. But we just kind of like stir in like a little dollop into like the meat and the rice and like the broken cabbage. It's so good. Once you get to the small ones,
So
basically.
you could use them whole the same way, just different shape. You could roll it and then just stuck in the ends.
side, both of
Each
them.
side is gonna be like real omelet, okay?
Like the kind that
so
you all
mine
know
is
and
designed because I like to make different everything than other people. I don't know why, but
Because you're trendy, Ma. Okay.
so the rest you
Now-
could also cut from top.
Right, and then we add the I don't
If we
know.
have extra leaves, we cut this on top and spread it nicely because when it's cooked, kids like to take this.
I like to.
And my baby also.
Okay, we're ready?
What's now?
We're talking. I'm gonna start. And then
Didn't
we'll-
stop talking. No?
Okay, now we're ready to cook the halapzi. So again, at this point you can freeze them. I would freeze them in tins, just it's easier to store in the freezer that way. But once you're ready to cook them, you just have to defrost them, right? First, you can't cook it frozen.
No.
You have to defrost it, layer it in your pot, and then what do? So we have tomato paste here,
You have tomato paste. You have to dissolve with water.
dissolve with water. So we're just gonna kind of make like a
And a
tomatoey, slurry kind of thing,
And a little sugar.
just to cut the acidity. That's fine. We're good. And then some water. So that there aren't any like clumps of the tomato, and then we pour that into here. And salt, right?
And salt. That's it. Nothing else goes there.
Okay.
Let me rinse it. So fill it with water. Should cover like
Let me salt.
more, don't more.
More?
Yeah.
Good?
Yes. And you need water.
Okay.
We have to cover them because the water is going to boil and the rice is going to absorb the liquid.
Right.
And
It's
also,
gonna like
I
swell
like to
in there.
cover with a plate. Then it's keeping them the same
Under the
shape.
water level.
Under the water level. It's going to keep them in the same shape, like 1 hour on low.
Just want to do like that kind of mixing of the salt
When
to
it's going to
distribute it evenly.
boil, it's going to mix.
Oh, it does it on its own?
Yeah.
It's pretty lazy, Ma, not to do it yourself.
Sometimes I have to.
Okay, so we keep it covered with a plate and we bring it up to boil, lower it to a simmer. You cover the pot also?
You cover the pot.
Cover the pot also. 1 hour on low. So 1 hour at a low simmer It'll take, and then really you can start to test it once the rice is as cooked as you'd like.
Don't cover full because it's gonna boil down. This way
Okay, fine.
it's easier.
So 1 hour, covered like this. You want that much water in it, right?
Yes.
Covering so that it can absorb all of it. And that plate on top to weigh everything down. And then like this.
Like this and wait.
So
So patient.
scared.
1 hour later you could eat.
So we're gonna let this go. We're gonna see you guys in an hour, in a TV hour. Okay, 1 hour later, it should look like this. We take out this plate. Check it out, Mom. I made holes.
You made holes, it's good. Now you could take out on the top. Water was absorbed all the way. And you take out this part. Not everybody likes. Who likes, let them enjoy.
I like it. And you see, it's
the
like so
first
beautiful.
one is gonna come out a little bit harder because you have to make room. And then the rest gonna come out nice.
Beautiful. Oh, it's so nice.
We made like cones.
It's talking nice.
Hardly sauce. You could even put more water.
Right.
Whoever. Some people like with sauce, some people without.
Okay, I like to eat.
I know that.
So let's check it out. My hands are falling off. You ready? Break it open.
You know how did you wait so long for them to be ready?
I know, right? No, you're not gonna eat with me? You're not gonna do l'chaim?
I cook. And you give up recipe and you eat.
Fine.
You taste.
Mmm! You have to make this recipe.
Enjoy.
For more great recipes just like this, go to kosher.mom.
That's me. Okay, get the on to everybody. Hold up till are ready. I'm confused.
Yeah? Okay, so now here's the thing. You're gonna wanna see. I really know how to cook, I just don't know how to make this. Welcome back to Difficult Does It.
Wait,
Ready?
who's talking? It's a storm outside.
My chickens.
We'll make soup. We'll make soup.
I don't think you invited me to this party.
Maybe. Okay.
Ooh, my chickens. Thank you, Mama.
That's all for today's Good Week Israel. Hope we've helped you start your week off with a smile. I'm Emmanuel Kadosh, and see you next week.